The Biden administration is basically putting together a plan in which they can create a stronger environmental justice advocacy in our communities. And they also want to reinvest in underserved, overpolluted communities like West Port Arthur, South Philly, Michigan, Richmond, California, all across the nation. The Biden administration has a plan in which they're going to help to address the large amounts of pollution that are dumped into those low-income communities from these huge industries. And we're really excited about that. Back in 2011, I received the Goldman Environmental Prize, which is the Green Nobel within the environmental justice movement. And the Biden campaign, I had spoke with them about talking points on the campaign trail. And I was very, very excited about being able to provide some information about what was going on the ground in the underserved industrialized communities like West Port Arthur, and even in Houston, East Houston, on the Houston Ship Channel. There are huge industries there that dump tons and tons of illegal emissions every year. And this is what the Biden administration is really about, trying to reduce those emissions and look at ways in which they can help redevelop those low-income communities and help to create a better quality of life. Harvey. Yeah. And because I was going around trying to push FEMA to get started with doing something, man. And he heard about me, so he got me on the line. I was also with Santita Jackson. Okay. She did a major interview with me, and Jesse Jackson, they said, Mr. Kelley, we need you to come back. So all that's on the records already.
Well, it's gonna look so good up there with Biden, bro. I know that's gonna happen, bro. If he call you on that cabinet, bro.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
And then this movie, like we was out there talking about it, we're gonna kill that script, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna really, like, we're gonna
The
find some actors for it.
NAACP and called up the black, I could show you my email just yesterday, this black entertainment network called me yesterday, wanted to interview, but I was at the airport in Houston because it just hit yesterday. And I was about to be, they wanted to talk to me at 7, but I wasn't landing here till 8. And it was 7 o'clock Eastern, they wanted to talk, but I was in the air.
Wow.
So I told them, they're gonna get back with me and say, we'll catch you. We gotta do this. I say, well, I'm
And then this song too, that's gonna go right with it, man. Like that's
it's right on point.
right on point.
Amen.
For sure, man. For sure, for sure.
And the Biden campaign, I had spoke with them about talking points on the campaign trail. And I was very, very excited about being able to provide some information about what was going on the ground in the underserved industrialized communities like West Port Arthur, and even in Houston, East Houston, on the Houston Ship Channel. There are huge industries there that dump tons and tons of illegal emissions every year. And this is what the Biden administration is really about, trying to reduce those emissions and look at ways in which they can help redevelop those low-income communities and help to create a better quality of life. What I'm preparing for is when they do call me, if they ask me to serve on a particular committee in DC, I'm going to be serving on that. Or if I'm going to be on the NEJAC, which is the National Environmental Policy Act. NEPA basically is a body that helps set the standards for environmental quality in your air, in your water, and on your land.
Right.
Now, whenever those laws are put in place, anybody deviate from those laws can be hit with billions of dollars in fines. So that's what helped to keep big industries in line with not wanting to break those laws.
Right.
I mean, just like the police tell us, what laws are in place to keep us from doing certain things. Right. Well, industry have those same laws in place, but just so they pay it. And then sometimes heads of industry can go to jail because Flint, Michigan, look at what happened to their water source.
Right.
Some of those corporate heads are going to jail because they knew that water was contaminated, and that was criminal. Wow. And so this is why I was asked to kind of work on the Biden's campaign committee on the low. And now that was successful and it's out there, now I'm being looked upon to serve on the Environmental Justice Committee within the Biden administration. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Right?
Hey, man, thank you, man. And then, winning the Green Nobel, the Goldman Environmental Prize, that played a major role in it. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I got into the environmental justice fight back in 2000. And, but prior to that, I'd always been an activist at heart. Right. I always wanted to do something to make a difference in low-income, underserved communities like mine and probably like yours as well. Mm-hmm. And so, but the environmental leg of it, so many people die every year from cancer across this country, but they die disproportionately in communities like West Port Arthur, South Philly, where you have these huge polluting industries right next to people's homes. And they have to breathe sulfur. They have to breathe in the benzene. They have to breathe in 1,3-butadiene, which are known carcinogens that cause cancer. Now, the Environmental Protection Agency have put in certain thresholds to where only so many toxins can be released, but every year, many of these industries supersede the allotted amount of sulfur dioxide that they could dump into the air by tons. And when you sleep at night, you smell these strong, pungent odors, you're actually being poisoned. So this is what we're fighting against, and in many underserved communities.
We need to put the movie together then, man, a little short film where you see what it's like living that life.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It could be like a 20-minute story, and people and like the mother be like, "You okay? You keep calling me." He's like, "I don't know what it is, mama."
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? And like, I really think that'll be a
Well,
let's think about it though, like
well,
for real.
I'm definitely in line with that. As I said, I wrote a little play called Release.
Okay.
That I brought the script for you to even look at. I thought ahead.
Right, that's it right there.
So I'm gonna let you take that with you, man. You
Okay.
divulge that information and see what you want to go with it. But I got it in my briefcase in the dresser.
Okay, let me tell Andy, because we was thinking like, man, what could we do? Because
Yeah.
I'm not. I love watching the news
Right.
and all the. You can tell I love the political stuff. So
Right.
anything we could help on that end too, like give you something to walk in, but you're
Yes.
already in the door.
Yes.
But if you could present like a movie so people go watch it,
Man.
versus because sometimes people don't like to listen to like the information, but if they watching the movie
Right.
and seeing what the actors going through, they're like, bro, this stuff is serious. It's really
you're absolutely
killing people, long term killing people. So, okay, cool. So I want to see that play, man, because we can
gonna
spin
do it.
over
I'm
that
gonna put
play.
it in your hands right now.
Ah.
Okay. And I served on the National Environmental Justice panel under EPA when when Bush was in office. But when Bush was in office, it was very difficult to get anything done environmentally.
This year is going.
But this is the year.
This is the year.
Man,
This is it.
this is
So
it,
that's
bro.
why the Washington Post yesterday, I was in the Washington Post with Biden, and I can show you this real quick.
that like he didn't even know. He just
Yeah, somebody sent me, and this is the whole write-up right here. Environmental justice at center of sweeping
See, that's Biden right there at
climate
the top.
plan. And then Biden's is in there, and I'm right under what
I'm telling you,
this whole
'cause
cover.
This is gonna make everything right
The
now.
Washington Post
This is
yesterday.
making
No, we
everything.
need that, man.
That's why
Yep.
all this stuff.
Rabbit did it.